Hey, what's going on YouTube? Thank you for coming back to another episode of Scattered Brilliancy. My name is Travis, and I know I haven't made a video in a long time. Life is happening. But this was definitely a hot topic a month or so ago, and it's still a hot topic now. So, and somebody has sent me an email asking was I going to talk about it. So, the reason why, number one, this video was so late is because the first time I tried to talk about this subject, this is what happened. So I was supposed to be making a different video, but I'm going to make one about the real side chicks of Charlotte. Yes. Probably never coming to a screen near you. There's a new show being filmed right here in Charlotte, North Carolina called The Real Side Chicks of Charlotte. And we already pretty much know what this show is going to be about. And I, for one, am not surprised that there's a show like that being filmed in my city. The reason why I'm not surprised is because, and just because I know you asked. God is not pleased. You're not pleased, are you, God? I'm not pleased either. I don't even feel like making this video no more. I'm about to go somewhere and pray. So, yeah, that's why I didn't even finish the video. I felt like that was God telling me, Travis, shut up. Because you're probably about to be really disrespectful, so you just need to keep your mouth shut right now. But it's a sunny day outside. It's a nice day. So, I'm hoping not going to have any issues this time. But for those who have been living under a rock and are just, completely unaware, there is a potential show that could potentially be coming to TV, even though I doubt it will ever come to TV. And that show is The Real Side Chicks of Charlotte. It's a play off of the Real Housewives franchises on Bravo. And as a Charlottean, born and raised in Charlotte, North Carolina, I had to talk about it. I mean, I just could not just let it go. I mean, it keeps coming up. They keep doing interviews. Today, I just saw that they had done an interview. They did an interview on The Breakfast Club yesterday. So I just felt like, let me go ahead and talk about it. Because they did an interview on Power 98, which is one of our hip-hop stations, I guess when it first started coming out. So, anyway, it originally started off, I believe, as a song by a local rapper here in Charlotte. I don't know his name. I mean, I don't listen to him because I don't listen to rap. But he did a song. Don't even know what the name of the song was. And originally, I think it kind of started off as a joke, but now it's a real thing. So just as the Real Housewives franchises follow the lives of housewives, this show is supposed to follow the lives of side chicks. And for those who don't know what a side chick is not the main chick. So if you're in a relationship, you got your main girl, then you got a girl on the side, that's what to be the side chick. So these ladies have been doing interviews and just talking about the show, trying to promote it, and at this point a network has not picked them up, and like I said, I don't think that a network will pick them up. While I do know that reality TV is a hot commodity and it is very popular and is very lucrative, I don't think that a network will stoop to this level. And I know, crazy stuff goes on Love and Hip Hop and Bad Girls Club and all that kind of stuff, but I think that this is, bottom of the barrel. That may sound really judgmental, and hey, this is my channel, so, if you don't like it, you're more than welcome to thumbs it down and close it out. But all in all, I honestly feel, in a sense, embarrassed for my city. I feel embarrassed for the women themselves. I feel embarrassed for black people, even though there's a white girl on there. I just feel embarrassed as a whole when it comes to the show, because I feel like, we as people in general, we are so creative. We have so many ideas, and to let this be the idea that you're going to go with and this be the idea that you're going to try to get on TV, I don't see the point. I haven't listened to any of their interviews all the way through because just mentally it hurts my brain to listen to them talk. Not to say that there's anything wrong with them, I'm not downing them, but just mentally I can't take listening to these 7 or 8 women talk about a show that they are willingly a part of called The Real Side Chicks. I mean, to me, it's like, does anybody not think about tomorrow? I feel like I'm always kind of saying the same thing on my channel. It's almost like people are so present-minded that we don't think about the ramifications of our actions or what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't think about that, and it seems like these ladies are not thinking about that, because now that you put yourself out there, even though the show hasn't been picked up, people will now be able to start identifying probably most of them, if you're keeping up with it, because they have an Instagram account, and I guess they have so many followers, but people are going to now start to identify you with this show and with the term side chick. And to my knowledge, there has never been, nor will there ever be, anything positive about being a side chick. And to me, from the little bit that I was hearing from the interviews, it almost seemed like that's what they were trying to get people to see. Again, people trying to get people to change their perspective on their opinions on side chicks. I don't know when, where, or how that would ever happen, because it's not going to happen. Nobody is ever going to look at a side chick outside of the women involved in the show and outside of the women and men who are actively doing this stuff on a regular basis. Nobody's really going to ever look at being the side person as a good thing. Now, you know, there are people on this cast who are happy being the side chick, being the side person. They say it's fun. Some of them do it just for the money. One girl says she did it just because she couldn't find anybody. And I'm trying to figure out how you going to find anybody for real now that you're claiming that you didn't think highly enough of yourself to be somebody's main, that you just accepted being the side. I just don't get how people can accept, you know, I'm not talking about the ones who are just doing it for fun. I'm not talking about the ones who are just doing it for money. For the ones who actually want a relationship, I don't understand how you can willingly accept a piece of a person. I mean, how low does your value have to be in yourself to say, you know what? I don't need a whole man. I can just do half. I can do a quarter. I can do an eighth of a man. Like, that just, it makes no sense to me. And they say, oh, I'm the one that your man comes to when he wants to have fun. Like, do y'all not realize that at some point or another, you may want to settle down. You may want to have a family if you don't have one already. And you have got to know that your actions, they are going to come back and bite you. Because the thing is, it definitely takes two people to tango. I'm never going to try to make it seem like it is only the side chicks' fault in all of this. It is definitely the side chicks and it's the guys. Both of them are to be blamed. Because at the end of the day, the guy knows that he has somebody else, whether he's married or in a relationship. He knows that. And the girl, if you know you're a side chick, then you know as well that he has somebody else. So y'all are both a willing participant in mess. And you both have to know that it is going to come around and it is going to get you. Karma does not forget. And one thing that was interesting in the interviews is they make it a point, some of them make it a point to say that I've never messed with a married man. It doesn't matter whether the person is married or not. You have to have, and I don't care who disagrees with me, you have to have a level of respect and dignity for yourself to say that whether you are single or you are married, if you are single and you are in a relationship with somebody, a relationship is a relationship, because at the end of the day, a marriage is really only a piece of paper. It is still at the core, it is a relationship, and you know, a relationship with God, but it is a relationship. So whether the person has papers on that relationship or not, that doesn't take away from the fact that they have committed themselves to somebody else, and you are willingly choosing to be in that mess. Like, I don't get it. Men shouldn't do it either. Men should not be out here saying that they're committed to person A, but still giving person B the same benefits. That's not right. It's not right on either side. And I don't see how anybody can justify this kind of behavior. It is, as a person who is married, as a man who has respect for women, as a man who has respect for relationships, I'm disgusted by this show. I'm disgusted by the idea of this show, and I'm disgusted by the people who are involved with the show. I really am, because at the end of the day, these women don't even realize they're being exploited to the 10th power for a show like this. You know, we don't have to talk about how exploitive, I hope that's the word, I hope I'm using that correctly. We don't have to talk about how exploited the people on Love and Hip Hop and all those franchises are. But the fact that y'all are on this level, I mean, at least they're making music, kind of. But y'all not doing nothing but making problems. And then they go on to say, sometimes you don't even know you the side chick. Okay, I get that. That's cool. So, you know, there are plenty of cases where there are men who are, you know, low down and who will string you along thinking that you're the only one. Cool. But at some point, you found out you were the side chick. And it's at that moment that you say, oh, I'm the side chick, I'm out. That's the kind of respect you have to have for yourself. Now, we can't control what somebody else does. We can't control other people's actions, but we are in full control of our own. This, like I said in that video where I talked about sex. Y'all gotta stop having sex, man. Sex is screwing, no pun intended, screwing y'all up. It is screwing y'all up because sex clouds judgment. You can feel like I'm crazy if you want to, but a person who has lived life and has been through some things and actually has sat back and observed the stupidity that goes on around them, y'all have to agree with me that sex clouds all of our judgment. Sex can cloud all of our judgment. And you have to realize, y'all gotta stop having sex, man. Y'all gotta stop having sex. I swear. Usher out here burning. I mean, I ain't even gonna talk about that. The crazy thing is, I could go on and on and on about how terrible this show is, how terrible the idea is, and just how ridiculous it all is. But that won't change the fact that people are okay, being a side person. I feel like they all deserve better than this. I feel like they all deserve to be somebody's only, but I know that that's not what some of them want, but I feel like they deserve much more respect than this show is going to give them, just as women in general. They deserve a lot more than to be on a show like this. So I won't be watching, I won't be supporting in any kind of way. If this video is considered support, it's not. I'm not going to stop anybody else or tell anybody else not to watch it, but I just, as a married man, I can't support something like that. But y'all go ahead and watch, shout out to whatever network they might end up on, or YouTube, or whatever it ends up. Y'all watch it, let me know how it is. And I pray I never run into them filming anywhere in the city. And y'all make sure y'all like, rate, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, you can leave it down below, or you can email me, scatterbrilliancy@yahoo.com. And I'll be talking to y'all later. Peace.